Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at 52 Toys BB-45 Stratosphere. This is part of the BeastBox toy line and collection line. This figure was provided to me by 52 Toys for review, and it's really cool, guys. I mean, it's really cool. The box itself is the standard affair. We've got the figure on the front, and then on the side we've got it in its beast mode and its box mode. Some more info on the back. Unfortunately, I don't speak Chinese, or could I read Chinese, so I would love to know what all of this says. 52toys.com has recently updated them, or the site has been updated, I should say, and there's an entire gallery of all the different figures there, which is very cool. I highly recommend you go check it out. In the box, the figure comes with directions, which are pretty darn easy to read. They are in black and white, but there are little bits of red that show what pieces need to move where, and some of it is a little tricky, but on this figure it's not so bad. A little set of directions for how to connect the different blocks to one another. A very nice fold-out of all the different figures that they currently offer. I still need to pick up the hippo. Oh, I didn't know they had a getter. Ooh, I'm going to have to get Getter 1. I do have this little combiner robot. I haven't reviewed it yet. That I purchased on my own. And then on the back, we've got some familiar faces here. Got a shark. I have the shark. I've reviewed the crawfish. I've reviewed the spider. I don't remember if I've reviewed the crab. And there are different versions of the crab and a couple of dinosaurs. Yay, neat. And lastly, a character card with stats. He's really fast, you know. Each figure comes with a plastic clear cube that the figure in box mode slides into, and I like the cubes. You could stack them up. The box and the cube itself come up to just shy of a knees of a Transformers Siege Optimus Prime. Same thing for Earthrise mold. Transformation into bird mode is pretty much just unfolding the figure. So to start with, come to the sides and we'll fold out the wings, then come to the very top and unpeg the tail feathers and flip them up, then pull this piece at the top all the way forward and slide the tail feathers up like so. Then come to the other side of the box and untab these red pieces. That will allow you to fold out the wings all the way like that. Then come to the top of the figure where there is this crest, slide this white piece forward and flip up the red piece, and then we can flip down the bird legs and do that on each side. Come to this section right in the front and push down to flip out the abdomen of the bird. Then we can reach inside, pull the bird head out, and pull it out and flip it around, and then close it back up and snap it into place. And then there are these little tab holes right underneath, or right back there, that'll tab into place and hold its abdomen in place. Stretch out the feet and legs and fold out the tippy toes. Then come to the back of the figure, fold this gray piece all the way out, grab the entire rear section, pull it away, turn it around 360, and then push it in, and then push the entire back of the figure in, and fold this gray piece down, and then when you push everything in, that gray piece will peg into place right along the back. Then we could take these red pieces and fold them forward all the way like this, and smush them down, and we've got this little cockpit section up here. Then come down to the tail feathers, turn them around 180 degrees, flip them down, and reach inside and pull down the other tail feathers. And then come to the wings, straighten them out, and flip out the wing tips for the front, the back, and then there are little wingtips on the outside. Fold the fingers out. Fingers, yes. Fold the claws out, and we're done. Fully transformed Stratosphere looks very good. I love the aesthetic. It's like this super evil Zoid figure that just works. It's on the smallish side, which I'm fine with. All of these figures are a little bit small. It's got some decent posability, which we'll cover in a minute. And overall, for a bird that transforms into a box, it's real good. Like, really good. I'm not sure it comes up that well on screen, but the figure isn't white. It is this kind of reddish hue to reddish hueish green cream color, which works well. Overall, solid figure. And yes, I realize it does have clear plastic all over it, but none of the clear plastic feels fragile. All the pieces are nice and thick, and Hasbro could really learn from these folks. So, speaking of the posability, head is on a hinge up and down, and then there is a swivel side to side, and then another hinge for the head to move up and down, and the mouth opens and closes on a hinge. I'm pretty sure this is a vulture. It kind of feels like a vulture. It also looks like the worst, most terrifying duck I've ever seen. Wings flap well, and they have not as many hinges as Air Razor does, but that's okay. They also have a swivel next to the hinges, and they have multiple hinges for the transformations. Each wing tip is on a hinge. Then the wing itself can bend at the edge of the wing, and then the claws can move side to side, up and down. The tail feathers move up and down, in and out, and the legs have a ball joint at the actual hip section, and then hinges for the other movement, and there is a swivel at just above the knee bend. Overall, pretty posable, but it's a bird, so you're only going to be posing in a couple of different ways. On the bottom of the figure, there is a nice large hole for a flight stand, and also little peg holes on the bottom of the feet that could also be used for smaller flight stands like the one I've got. Unfortunately, I don't have any better flight stands other than the one that's just a big old clear plastic grippy claw thing that would work, but flight stands are really what you're going to want to be displaying this figure on, because it looks good in flight. The only complaint I can levy against the figure in bird mode is two complaints. One, I don't think the wings can fold up as close to the bird mode body as I think they should. That's a me thing. And two, there's no ratchet here on the shoulder. I really wish this was ratcheted so you could actually get the wings to statically pose in a certain position. That would be very cool. Unfortunately, on my copy, it doesn't. Several hours later, Bolt here, who realized that he completely missed something on this figure. The figure does have a wing flapping gimmick that is not in the directions, and I've completely missed. So the cockpit section, pulled all the way forward, doesn't do anything, but you push it back a bit, it opens it up so that the bird can flap its wings. As you can see, the flapping gimmick doesn't work all that well, but you can push the button all the way down and lock the wings into place so that they are at least folded up, and you could get some better posing there. That solves the issue that I had, that I spoke about earlier, where the wings can't hold in position, but I still think a ratchet at these points, or at these hinges, would be better than this wing flapping gimmick. It's not bad, just doesn't work that wonderfully. Overall, bird mode is excellent. I like it a lot, even with the minor flaws that I have with it. It's a great bird mode. It just works really well, and it's a testament to their engineering and design. I mean, look at those eyes, look at that face. They even have different colored pupils, and it just looks mean and nasty and ready to gobble you up. And for those wondering, yes, it does have light piping for the eyes, but the light piping is in its mouth, so that's a little weird. But it does work. I mean, the light piping does exist, it just doesn't work all that well. Getting the figure back into box mode is just a reversal of what we already did. Now, as I said in the beginning of the review, the figure is packaged in bird mode. One thing, though, the arms pop off. So why is that good? It actually makes getting it transformed into bird mode a bit easier. To start off with, we're going to come up to the front and, fold these red pieces up and replace the piece that you broke. Fold them up, take the front part and slide it all the way back. Then come to the front of the bird mode, pop open the little chest area, and that will then pull forward, and we can open it up all the way. And that chest area is actually the gut. And then turn the head around 180 degrees and fold the entire head section up underneath the burb. and then close that section up. It looks like there is a hinge there, but no, that hinge is actually for the backpack, which will unpeg and fold out like that. Fold the head up, fold the gut up like so, and leave the back open all the way. Then we can take the legs and fold them up, fold the toes or the heels all the way back, fold the toes all the way forward, and fold these sections up, and they will snap into place. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Heel up, foot down, fold that whole section up, like so. Then get the red pieces up over the toes. And get these a little forward, close that up, and we can close these. Now for the tail feathers. Fold that whole backpack section back, turn it around 180 degrees, fold the gray section up against the body, take the wings, close the wings up, fold them out and around, like so, slide them down, and so fold the wings up, slide them down, so they snap into place. Then this white piece, or creamish color piece, will fold up underneath here, and these will fold down like this, and they will peg into place. They'll peg into the wings. So for the wings, we'll go ahead, take the hand, fold that out, fold the tail feathers up, and they will just kind of rest into place. Peg the wing back in, and really, you can peg it back in. Fold it up, fold that ratchet down, fold them into place, and all this will snap into place. Fold the claw up, flip the red piece in, and snap it into place. And do the same thing for this wing. And when done, we have ourselves a cute little beast box. And we are returning to the very beginning of the review with the Beastie in packaging. Mint in sealed crate. Overall, I like Stratosphere a lot. I'm really interested to see what 52 Toys or 52 Toys comes up with for a repaint, because they always do a repaint. Don't know yet. And looking at the little pamphlet that came with the figure, they don't have anything yet. So we'll find out together, probably. So folks, let me know what you think of this figure down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you all next time.